Hello everyone, and welcome back to Carrie's Beauty Corner. I was feeling a little inspired. I'm starting to get kind of excited about the holidays coming up, getting my house decorated. It's been a little bit cool in the mornings here again. So I decided that I was going to start doing some holiday looks inspired by something from Christmas. So today's look is going to be inspired by gingerbread. So if that's interesting to you, then just stick around and we'll do it together. All right, got my hair pinned back out of the way. I had done my skincare earlier today, so I think I want to go with a little more dewy full coverage look. So I'm not going to use my pore filling primer that I normally like to use. I'm going to use something a little more hydrating. First thing I'm going to do though is spray myself with the Wet n Wild coconut spray. I just want to kind of wake my skin up a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with this Glossier priming moisturizer. I love this stuff. To me, it's worth every penny. It just feels so nice on the skin, and it makes your makeup go on so nice. It has a nice, pleasant smell. I'm also going to use a little bit of this Illamasqua, this gel primer, because it leaves the skin with a little bit of that tacky consistency. And I'm just going to go in with a little scoop. My skin, it's only November and my skin is already becoming so thirsty. So thirsty. I think that's really coming with age, is this dry skin thing. I had very oily skin as a teenager. I didn't have a lot of problems with any kind of acne or the occasional pimple, but I was very lucky to not have issues with that. Let me see. I think that I'm going to go ahead and go in with my combo that I like so much from Wet n Wild, of the stick foundation and the dewy photo focus, because this is going to be a glam look, I want this to be full coverage, and I want to add as much dewiness to my skin as I can, because we want to glow for the holidays. Now, mind you, as I do this, keep in mind that this is something that I'm probably never going to wear anywhere, but hopefully you will. I had mentioned earlier that our daughter's getting married, 2 weeks from today. So this is not like something that I would do for her wedding. I'll be a little more subtle than that, I think. But I can't believe it's finally here. It was like so far off when my husband and I started dating each other. And it was like, he was like, yeah, my daughter's getting married next year. And I was like, when next year? And he said, November. And I was like, oh, good Lord. And it seemed like it was so far away. And here it is. Here it is. All right, and I'm gonna go in like I like to do and just bounce my sponge on top of that and just make sure that it's all blended, and make sure that we don't have any dry patches anywhere. Doesn't look half bad. And again, because I'm gonna do a little bit of a darker eye, I wanna make sure that I conceal really well, so I'm gonna color correct first with the peach concealer from the LA Girl Pro Concealer line. And I find if I can go in there and do a little color correcting first, then I'm able to cover that darkness up. And I do like to kind of go right here too. I really need probably the green one for that because I have some redness there around my nose. And I'm just gonna kind of blend this out, and I don't know, I just got to thinking about Christmas and I thought, well, how fun would it be to do like a gingerbread inspired look? Because I only discovered in the last, I don't know, probably 10 years, I would say, that I just only recently discovered that I even like gingerbread. But I do, I like it a lot. And my oldest great nephew really likes it too. So the last few years I've made him either a gingerbread cookie or a bar of some sort. Like I've made some really, really good bars that have like a cream cheese buttercream. Yes, please. I'm so thirsty today. So thirsty. And I like to give this a few minutes to sit up, because if you don't, and then you just go in with a wet concealer right on top of it, you're just gonna smear that away. I've been using this I Heart Revolution, this Heartbreakers concealer. It's a very thin consistency, but the color, the shade is called Buttermilk, but for some reason, this color just really does tone that darkness down for me. Plus it has this cute little heart sponge on the end. I told y'all before I thought that was kind of gimmicky, but it's cute. And I really have become fond. And it looks like I'm putting a lot on, but with this little heart-shaped applicator, it doesn't hold a lot of product, so it's not really a whole lot of product. And I'm just gonna kind of tap it out first where I want it. And I think because I'm gonna do a bit of a glam, little fancy look, I think I'm gonna go ahead and brighten up the center of my face also. Let's just go all out. We'll just do a full face. I don't know if you can see how brightening this color is, but I really like it. I really do. I'm gonna go in now with my sponge and just kind of push it into the skin. I need to see the dermatologist. I've got these skin tags under my eyes. They drive me crazy. Anybody else get those? And I've got my new jewelry on from Glamour Jewelry Box. I thought the rose gold would kind of go along with my gingerbread theme. Okay, let's go in and powder this situation. I did not get a powder brush. This one will work. And I know I said I wanted a dewy look, and I'm mattifying the skin with setting powder right now, but I'm gonna go back in with a dewy setting spray to kind of melt all this into the face. But I want to set it first, because if we were going to a party or a wedding or something, we don't want it going anywhere, so we'll set it with some powder and then set on top of it with a setting spray. All right, now going for eyes, I selected a couple of different palettes that I'm gonna pull some color from. This is the Too Faced Gingerbread Cookie. This is one of the little small palettes from last year. And then I'm also going to dip into a couple colors from this Makeup Revolution palette that are not quite as deep as these, because I want to start off with a little bit softer transition shade and then build it up. This is the color my glasses broke. Oh no. Oh no. That's my favorite glasses. Oh well. Easy come, easy go. This is the color Relax that I'm using right now, and I'm just gonna go in right into the crease and slightly above. Tapping off the excess in between, because it's I've said this before, and I'm sure you've heard any makeup artist or any makeup enthusiast say you can always add to it, but it's harder to take it away, and that's very, very true. And then I'm going to use my little color changer in between. I'm gonna go on into this little gingerbread cookie, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Maple Syrup, and it is a bit of a deeper shade, but I'm just gonna take a real light hand with it. And I'm going right into the crease. Just wanting to deepen that crease, because I want to use a winged liner today, so I don't want to darken this outer V too much, because I want you to be able to see the liner, if that makes sense. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. And I'm kind of bringing this all the way down to the edge here as I Instead of stopping where my eye stops, I'm kind of bringing it down a little bit. All right, going back into this palette and using a smaller, like a little more detail brush. I'm gonna go back into this relaxed color and I'm just gonna take it all over underneath the eye. And using the same type of brush, I'm gonna go back into maple syrup and I'm gonna go about, I don't know, about midways in here and darken that. And then I'm gonna go into this deep shade that's called Cup of Joe. And I'm gonna go right here. And I'm gonna extend it up a little bit. Just extend it up a little bit. And what that's essentially doing is just blending the top and the bottom together. Now I'm gonna go right here at the very edge. I kind of like the way that looks. I might end up not doing a wing. I don't know. We'll see. You know, that's what's so fun about makeup. Sometimes you don't know when you get started exactly where you're going to go. But I'm going to stop there because I'm probably going to have to come back to that. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with this Hourglass. This is a cream shadow. And it's in like a really, really, really coppery color. And I'm just gonna go in with just a flat brush. I'm gonna load up both sides of my brush. And what I'm really just doing for this is I'm just gonna lay down a base. And I'm going all over the whole entire lid. And I can feel the fallout. Wow, that's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm gonna let this sit just for a minute and then I'm gonna go in with the gingerbread color, the ginger snap color from this palette, and I'm gonna just kind of pack it on top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And because I laid that cream shadow down, I didn't have to wet my brush because this has got something to stick to. And now I'm gonna go in with this color right here, which is called Sativa. I'm gonna go right in my inner corner with it. It's got a little bit of a shimmer, but I'm just gonna go right there. I want to build this dark up on the edge just a little bit more. This Cup of Joe color. Alright, I think that'll pass the muster. Now I'm going to go ahead and just highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. Oh heck, I haven't even done my brows. Y'all give me a minute. Okay, now, highlighting. I'm going to go ahead and just use this little detail brush again. And I'm gonna go in to this color right here. It's just a very, very pale, kind of a goldish yellow called Calm. But all I wanna do is just kind of lightly highlight this brow bone. And I'm gonna do the same thing right here on the innermost corner. Now I could have gone ahead and taken an eyeliner and done a wing, but I kind of like the way this turned out with just this darkness right here in the outer V. I don't really think it needs it, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna apply some lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do, and I just went ahead and applied some Salon Perfect 614s. This one's not wanting to stick. I'm gonna have to, I don't know what it is. I used to could put on the biggest, fluffiest, longest, excuse me, lashes, and they didn't bother me. And now it seems like I have a whole lot of trouble getting them to look the way I want. So I'm gonna go in with the waterproof Lash Princess, and I'm gonna do my lower lashes. Because these 614s are pretty dramatic, so I gotta have something on the bottom there. And I got some on my skin, but I'm just gonna let it dry. And then I think I'm going to go in with just some of this Ico. It has a curved brush, and I'm just gonna put a little mascara on my natural lash to kind of blend the two together. I'm not gonna go all the way out to the edge of the lash. Just want to make those meld together. Okay, now for bronzer, I am going to use, I know that I set it out. Oh, I know what I was going to use. I'm going to use the bronzer that's right here in this gingerbread palette. It's actually a blush. It's called Gingerbread, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it as a bronzer and just kind of warm up my skin. I'm not going to really like do a serious contour or anything, but you certainly could with this look. I'm sorry, my nose. Go a little bit here on my jawline. I'll go a little bit here on the side of my nose. This is actually a beautiful bronzer. And y'all know these Too Faced products smell so good. Do a little right there. All right, and for blush, I'm gonna keep the blush really simple. This blush is from Sugar Cosmetics. It's called Peach Peak. Say that 3 times real fast. But I'm just gonna keep it kind of light because I really want most of the focus to be there on the eyes. And I don't know that you would want to put anything really pink or red with these eyes. I know I don't think I would like that. And then for highlighter, I'm gonna use 2 highlighters. I'm gonna use some of this Fenty Loose highlight. There's some already in the cap. I'm gonna put a little bit more in the cap, and I'm gonna use a real fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna go dust this because it's a little more glittery, so I'm just kind of brushing it. Now, are you going to really want to wear this to Walmart? Probably not. And you could certainly wear it anywhere. And then I'm going to go over top of that with the Essence Pure Highlighter in, let's see what this is, Popping Champagne. And this is a true gold. Right on top of that. Ooh, wow. I'll be all dressed up and know where to go. And for lips, I'm gonna keep the lips very neutral. Like I said, we wanna focus everything on the eyes. And I'm gonna go in with this color from Give Them Lala. This one is called Send Nudes. And it is a matte liquid lipstick. And I'm gonna fluff the hair up and I'll be right back. And the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this Catrice Dewy Setting Spray. This is the Illuminated Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Setting Spray. And it just gives the skin such a nice glow. It just kind of makes everything just kind of melt in together. And the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put just a little bit, you know what? This is the gloss. I said I was gonna put the gloss on, but I think I already put the gloss on. Well, no, maybe not. Y'all, I'm so confused. Oh well. I had to add a little bit. Just add a little bit to it. But anyway, there's the final look, inspired by the cookie of the season, gingerbread. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, this Christmas holiday look. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click below, subscribe, and I will have a list of the makeup I use, the colors, and where you can get them in the description box. As always, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I don't want to repeat what Bailey Sarian always says, make good choices. I won't use that every time, but that just kind of hit me today that I needed to tell some people to make good choices. And anyway, God bless. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.